Welcome to the check-in. We're back. New faces. Oh shit. Same faces. New faces.
The check-in. The check-in.
Hold on.
The check-in.
I'm not reading this.
The check-in. The check-in.
It's the check-in. The Flight Academy. It's boy KingsBob, Sikes the boy, Scrilla C, Moss, and for this episode, again, episode 4, I have a very special guest, a long-time friend. See it. It's someone that we decided that we wanted on the episode because of the insight she can bring in, what she's doing in her career, in her life right now, very important. And you already know, Checkin4, she's gonna introduce herself and what she does.
Hi. My name is Kelsey, also known as Checkin4. I'm a DJ, so yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
So what we're going to be doing for this episode is we're going to be doing 4-letter L word. We're going to be doing idioting, and once again we're going to be doing the fence. Which side of the fence you're on? Stay tuned to the end of the episode. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to pick someone at random, and we'll tell you what we'll be giving away this episode. You already know. Check it.
4-letter L word. Chivalry. Is it dead? And if so, who killed it?
It's a rough question.
I'll tell you, it's not a very rough question. Chivalry is dead. It's been dead. I'm not going to blame it on men. I'm not going to blame it on women. It's the women's fault. But at the end of the day, I feel like chivalry should. I'm sorry, I apologize. I apologize to all of these in advance. Sorry, don't kill me. I'm not light skinned, so you won't forgive me.
Wow.
But I'm just saying.
He's trying to excuse the sins, you know.
That with chivalry, I feel like it's something that should be there. It's something that I feel like I take pride in. So very simple, hold the door, pay for the first date, pay for the meals. Just do what you gotta do as a man, be the protector, whatever you may call it, right? But I feel like there's a group of women that have essentially taken that idea and made it into you're trying to minimize who I am, you're trying to minimize my independence, which that's not really what it's about. It's about, showing your manliness for the most part.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just about our instinct to want to take care of our women. So a lot of, it's 2019, so I mean, that's kind of like absent. Apparently that's not a thing anymore. But like, we have like a natural instinct to want to be the protector. Like you're walking with your girl, you see a man,
Cuff that.
you're like, yo bro,
Cuff
look
that.
over these ways.
That's not chivalry.
No, I'm just saying.
Let him know.
So when it's chivalry, it's like, yo, you're gonna open the door for your lady because why she didn't open the door? Let me run ahead. Let me open the door for her. Let me let her sit down first. Let me pull her chair up. That kind of stuff.
Throw your jacket over your pillow.
Yes, hold on. I won't lie. That's a
man knows.
That's a movie thing. That's a movie thing. This jacket's expensive. But like, yeah, honestly, chivalry is it's kind of like I don't even think it was a thing like that. Like I don't think it was ever actually like dominant. It wasn't like I feel like women wanted to be treated like this because a couple guys were doing it, but I don't feel like every man was out here like, let me get the door for her. Some guys don't even hold the door when they opened it first. They just let it go. Woman's there in her heels, click, 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 and she had to open the door herself, right? I don't feel like it was actually there. So that being said, I feel like men killed it in a sense.
I feel like, honestly, I don't think it's dead. I just think it's one of those things where it's not talked about. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you're in a relationship, you do stuff, and it's not like it has to be talked about for me opening the door and going the extra mile. How could it be dead? Like people do, like men do stuff for women naturally, and women do stuff for like it's a natural thing. Like
I don't know.
How can it be
I don't
dead?
know.
I don't understand. How could it be
I
dead?
think part of it is because the women got their bags up. So a lot of guys right now can't really pay for the first date. You know?
That's why you gotta open this door.
They can't pay
I'm
for
paying for the meal.
can't pay for the meal. They ain't driving. So there's a lot of like factors as to so even when the men are doing it, sometimes it's just a front. They're doing it for the first part, secure the bag. They know the girl got the good job.
That too.
Give her a baby, and now they're chilling.
Give her a baby.
You don't need
The man secures the bag.
Yeah, that's what it is, right? Because I would say chivalry, like once the power dynamic changed, right? Like now women are empowered and now they're making more money. a lot of these guys too are feeling intimidated, but as well also want to pull back because they're not really pushing their game up. They're not saying like, yo, let me step my game up. You're seeing women with 2-3 jobs, 2-3 hustles, and they're really making a lot more money than the guys. And the man's chilling, or he can't pull up. He can't pull up and open the car door for the girl because he ain't driving, right? Or it's not his car. He can't pay for the first date because if he pays for the first date, his rent's not gonna be paid on time, right? It's that tight, fam.
This sounds personal.
Yeah.
No names, fam.
Yeah.
You know? The shoe fits, you know. You know, fam.
Well, my first question is, if you guys feel like it's dead, then like, how are you guys doing it? You said that you do that. It can't be dead. I feel like it definitely has been dying for a long time. Not a lot of people are raised to even know what that is. You know, like for me, I have a son. Anytime we're walking on the sidewalk, I'm like, you don't see a woman like trying to pass? You need to move to the side, like stuff like that. You need to open the door. You need to give up your seat, things like that. Mm-hmm. It's very important to teach men just to be polite in general. But yeah, I do feel like women have been stepping up, but I think it just depends on the relationship. You just have to do what you can. It doesn't cost a cent to open the door for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So stuff like that, I definitely. But
then I also think when he says women are killing it, I agree.
Whoa, no, don't go.
He said it.
No,
he said it.
He said they already did kill it.
Listen, I want to make this clear. There's a small segment of women who essentially have taken it and put it on the back burner because they want to show their independence, which I have no problem with that. I'm all in favor of that. But there's a small segment who put it, I don't need you to hold the door. I don't need you to pay my bills. I don't need you to pay for my food. I can do that.
Do you think
no,
they're saying that?
No, because sometimes the men have ulterior motive. We can't lie. There's certain men that, you know what, because they feel like they did A, B, and C, you also deserve the D. Like that's their mindset.
I like that.
I understand.
But also remember, there's a lot of chumps. Like there's a lot.
Oh
of
yeah.
So
There's a lot of half-ass.
Like
with egos.
One man for like
with
every
egos.
2 or 3 women. So it's like now this lady has dated like 3 or 4 chumps. So
exactly.
Now you come now and it's like, yo, she just expecting a chump, but she's like, yo, fuck.
Yeah, she's gonna reach for that door handle.
Let me pull out my debit card before this guy even tells me he doesn't have his card right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of, and there's a lot of guys that sit back like, oh, okay, she's already putting out a debit card.
Well, then that's a specific man. Then that means it's not dead. It's just a specific man. Certain.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I think it is.
There are many men.
It wasn't a mainstream thing. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it was like it's a rare breed, and it does have to do with your upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
certain things happen.
Mm-hmm.
You were raised this way. You were doing these things already. Because like me personally, I hold the door for people.
Yeah.
Like
For anybody. I don't do it for
only women.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just hold the door. Like,
Yeah.
I'll even hold it. You didn't have to do the little job.
Yeah.
Just hold it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that's just me.
Yeah.
So some people are like, yo, bro, this guy's mad close. Let me close the door quick.
Yeah.
Let me press
The elevator. Let me make sure the elevator closes.
If I'm holding the door
those
and
people
you're
are
doing
the
a
worst.
model walk and taking your time, you gotta hurry up.
Nah, bro, I'm walking.
Yeah, the model walk is a little rude. The model walk is a little rude. But I think, like I said, I just think it depends on the situation because, like you said, there's sometimes some guys just don't have the money or something like that. I don't expect someone to pay for my meal every time we go out. Mm-hmm. That's a little ridiculous. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I just think there's a give and take when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. But it's dying.
Mm-hmm. It's dying.
Yeah.
100%.
If you can't afford to
and
go
I
out
don't
on a
think
date,
it's just men or women, but mostly men.
Jeez.
as I said,
So she's blaming on the men.
I think it's like, yeah, it just depends. It just depends.
Low-key, I'm blaming it on men. And I just feel because it's like, it doesn't matter how a woman reacts to you doing these things. I feel like
no, but fam, I look at it like, yo, you're out here trying to date. You ain't got your money up. Go get your money up before you start taking somebody on the first date. But part of it is
go to Benihana's, bro.
that is true. A lot of guys are trying to date.
McDonald's obviously don't do that. But if you have like 20,
Go to Jack Astor's.
And that's what I think it is too. It's ego.
It is
A lot of
ego.
guys don't want to be seen doing nice things for women because it's like, oh, you're a punk.
or a girl
She got
clown.
you whipped, kind of thing. And it's like, just you need to like take that chip off your shoulder.
The man won't see you. So he got it. I'm assuming everybody knows what like the wave challenge is. You know, somebody sits in a chair or they call out wave check. There's a group of people. You kind of unravel your rag and everybody see. You know, you got wave game going.
I ain't got none. Not yet. I'm working again. ain't got nothing.
Check.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing to
Pretty much you take the do-rag off, you show your progress, like where your waves are at, you know, swim in the ocean. So for me, this is a huge idiot thing. I'm seeing white kids with do-rags.
So, I know exactly what video you're talking about. Okay, so I want to describe it a little bit, right? So basically, there's a guy with a camera, he's doing a selfie thing, and he calls out wave check to these white dudes who, the black guy.
Yeah.
He calls out wave check to these white guys who are wearing a do-rag, right? And they're all over here throwing up gang signs and whatnot, wave check, and one of the guys takes off his do-rag. One of the white guys takes off his do-rags to show obviously the waves that he doesn't have because he can't have waves.
So none of them have waves. That's what you're trying to say. None of them have waves? None of them?
No waves.
Okay.
Not even like ripples. Nothing. It doesn't make sense. Like, to me, this is just like, it's like a culture for sale type thing. Like, why are you guys doing this?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So they basically try to appropriate it.
I've,
Kind of thing.
that's
Okay.
pretty much what it comes
Okay.
down to. Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, you will not see a black kid with an afro with a do-rag on his afro. Because it wouldn't make sense to him. He's gonna get the waves, or maybe he's keeping his braid up tight, you know? So for us, it's kind of like to keep our hair in check kind of thing.
With the flap out, they had the flap out though? Did they have the flap out?
Come on, you already know they take it to the extreme.
They had the flap
Has
out.
to be
Okay,
flap out.
okay, okay.
The
They did
cape.
the flap out.
They
Okay,
didn't even wrap it up.
okay, okay.
No twist.
The string was hanging?
No, they tied it
Oh,
up.
they tied it
It
up.
was
Okay.
Godfrey that was
Okay, comedian.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's a that thing still. I'm not gonna lie, it's a that thing because if you're not trying to get waves, what's the point of wearing a do-rag? That's the first. Like,
Sometimes I can't wear a do-rag?
no, you can, but like, what's the point of it?
It's true, I'm bald still.
Like-
There's no point.
Like, why would you wear a wave? Why would you wear a wave?
No, I was doing the wave challenge before, and that's the reason I'm bald now. So just keep rushing until there's nothing there, you know. So, but I mean, like, you know, I mean, like, it's two ways. Like, yes, there's that part, but the other part is like, because I feel like the wave cap is part of the culture, or I guess I would say even like the hip hop culture specifically, and it tells you how big it's become. Like, do-rags at a point where like out of style. You wear a do-rag and people are roasting you. Whereas now we see people wearing do-rags in the club or outside in public and so forth. Are you forgetting? In Mexico, the man wore a red do-rag
Nah,
in the
it.
club.
No. Wait, time out. Don't bring that guy up because he was a scrub.
Wow.
Don't
Listen,
do that.
man, I went to Cactus Club the other day and the man had a do-rag in Cactus Club, so I don't know.
And they let him in?
They let him in. He had it on, and I feel like he had to do a headband as well. So
He had it in his pocket.
I feel like he had it down. I feel like he had it down, and it was flap out with the headband. And I was like, okay, they're letting mans with do-rags in here now.
Does he have waves? Like, did anybody wave
Nah,
check him?
I don't know.
But I think now it's more of a fashion statement, right? It just tells you
Yeah.
the influence. Like I feel right now when we're looking at, especially like I guess hip hop culture today, the influence it has. Like if you're looking at how huge hip hop is, like it's just it's becoming so normal. It's the mainstream right now. So at part of it, we're upset about it, but it just tells you how far it has come along.
Wait,
I know.
The last video I seen a wave cap was J1 Tipsy, so I mean, right now.
Wait on it. Versace, all these designer brands are going to come out with do-rags, and it's going to be
Oh, yeah.
It's
Most
gonna be
definitely, but that's where it comes from, the appropriation of it. So as you were saying, like the hip hop culture, really, there is no like the do-rag is not connected to hip hop right now. Like as I said, J1 Tipsy is the last video I've seen a do-rag, or maybe even Chingy or something. You know what I mean? So it's really just from social media, realistically. Like, so that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I think it was like a trendy thing as of recently because do-rags were something that were shunned because black people would wear it all the time. So people were like, okay, we want nothing to do with that. You can't wear it in certain establishments, right? And I feel like recently on social media it became a trend, and it was like, you know, people being rebellious and embracing their culture. And then, of course, people start to hop on the bandwagon.
Is it like twerking? The same thing that happened with twerking?
No, I think twerking, it evolved.
Stop watching those videos.
I think it's very different because, like, I remember, like, when Allen Iverson was playing in the NBA and he would be wearing do-rags, people were so mad at him for dressing like that because it was too casual, and it was just like
arm sleeves. Of
yeah, they didn't like that. But for me, the question is like when people that aren't part of that culture, when they do it, it's like why? Why are you doing it? Are you educated in it at all? Like who taught you that? Your mom? Your dad?
No.
Your sister?
they
Your
definitely
brother?
take it out
Like
as soon as they
nobody
get home.
taught you
Your boy, your
that.
boy from LA Fitness.
Why is he taking that?
Directly calling myself.
Why is he
Just
taking
tag
that?
him.
Why?
Just
Why?
tag him
Why
in
does he
this.
take that?
Which one?
Yeah, I just think it's kind of, it's disgusting to me.
And let's also remember, a lot of Walmarts in the U.S. have these URECs locked up.
Yeah, you're right. Still,
Why?
the hair products, black hair products, everything. Yeah.
Because basically,
People-
they're stereotyping or they're
Pretty much.
discriminating against a certain group, the target, right?
Yeah.
So like black hair products, it's locked up in a lot of Walmarts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's bad.
And essentially, these kids are wearing the direct, throwing up gang signs and making fun of the culture.
Yeah. It's just really ignorant.
So it's an idiot thing then.
Yeah, it's an idiot thing.
Okay.
Of course.
You got things, Scrilla?
Okay, the next topic is the fence. And we are talking about polygamy versus monogamy. Polygamy is basically having two or more husbands or wives, and monogamy is basically having one partner. So which side are you guys on? Polygamy, monogamy?
I'm not any side of the fence,
Yeah.
but I understand polygamy. I
I
understand polygamy.
Yeah, why do you understand it? Why?
Yeah.
Because I look at it like this: like if you're talking about like guys not having their bags up, there's a lot of guys that don't have their bags up. But if a guy has his bags up, for example, if you're Kobe, you can probably afford to take care of 4 women, and the average Joe can barely afford to take care of himself. But the way monogamy has become, he's guaranteed a wife.
Yeah.
Because if you're going 1 for 1, so now a girl that's really pulling her weight, doing her thing, has to probably deal with somebody that's not really, maybe not really pulling his weight, but he's guaranteed a partner.
Women outnumber men. So yeah, you're right. He's guaranteed.
But whereas if you can take care, like I feel like with polygamy, I think the idea of people want to be part of polygamy, but they don't want to take the burden of polygamy. You have to be, as I said, like you have to be willing to take care of each individual that is your partner. You can't just expect like, oh, she's working and she's working and she's working. No, you are
So it's
able
not just
to.
about money, it's time, everything.
Support and security.
Yeah, support and security. Like you have to make sure you have the resources to be able to support this lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Don't expect to support this lifestyle and you're bumming your way. Like so, the idea is some people are polygamists, but they're not. They don't really have anything to their name. So they may be sleeping in this girl's house for a couple of days, sleeping in that girl's house for a couple of days, sleeping in that girl's house for a couple of days.
Yeah, that's not.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like as you see, modern day, a lot of people are trying to claim this as I'm able to do this, but they're not doing it. I'd say they're not doing it the right way, right? As if you're actually doing this, you have to make sure you're able to support your life. Like Akon is somebody that has 4 wives, but Akon has a lot of money.
But at the same time, he's actually a husband. That's what it comes down to. You're playing the husband role. It's just to more than one woman.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you actually have to be what a husband is. So whether it's monogamy or polygamy, you have to be the support, the securities. Like you have to take care of your woman. You have to be able to support all of the however many wives you have, whether it's 1 or 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the sense of like I'm not in a position to say I want 4 wives, and I actually don't think I can deal with 4 women. But like,
One more than enough.
Monogamous.
And then they all sync up on their period at the same time?
It's what? Nah. So it's like, bro, honestly, and I don't even know how it works for these guys, but if it works for you and you can make it work, that's what you do. Because we also have to remember, like, all right, PSA, women don't hate me. But if we look at nature, so we look at the animal kingdom, we look at everything. As a man, like you produce like millions of sperm every day, whereas a woman can only release like 1 egg a month. You know what I mean? You look at, let's say for instance, lions. These guys, they have prides. Whether it's 1 or 2 lions, there's like 10, 20 lionesses. You know
Just know, I'm a Leo. Side note, my bad. Go back.
Commentary is actually unnecessary.
Listen, I have to state that.
Let's drop it.
I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo. He's fine.
horoscopes.
This guy. Well, go on.
What kind of man? But like, you know what I mean? So when we look at it like from a natural standpoint, that's pretty much what it is. We're built to reproduce, right? So as humans, we're built to populate.
But I agree with you, but I think as well, I want to add this, that the women have to be on point with it. Like, it's a difference, because a lot of guys will be saying they're polygamous, but they're hiding this lifestyle. Like, if it's open and the people are accepting, it's
Your
different.
wives have to know that they have sister wives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a one-way street where,
Side
wives
ting.
and they have to relax. You live on
Yeah.
the side of the house.
Side ting.
Don't even come to the side. In the basement, there's a tenant. You can't nah, it has to be, they know what okay, you have Tuesday, you have Wednesday, you have this.
Say you have
and
one
that's
in
what it
Canada,
is.
one in Nigeria.
One in Pickering, one in Brampton. No.
I used to be a cheaters.
I personally fall in the
Monogamy.
monogamy sense, just because I don't fathom the way that you can totally appreciate multiple women. It doesn't register to me, it doesn't make sense to me. Even if,
jealous.
yo, listen.
One at a time.
I understand it. But I'm just saying from the sense of like, you know, for someone to truly feel quote unquote loved, I don't believe in the concept of love, but someone to feel total quote unquote loved and appreciated, having multiple women, I feel like you're just cheating them, right? And they're probably settling because maybe of self-confidence issues or maybe something you can do for them. So, I understand what you're saying in terms of like the numbers and how it equates and how it works out. But how if you have 4 really good sisters? You're taking away from 3 really good brothers. And essentially, those 3 good sisters are left by the wayside.
That'd be fair.
Let's just say I was let's just say I was a polygamist. I wouldn't care about these 4 guys. Why? Because the women outnumber us anyways.
Well,
So I'm not worried about these 4 sisters here. They're mine.
Yes, but
Like,
your
you don't
attention
even have to
divided
please
between
these
the
women anymore because you need to go find other
your
women.
attention divided between the 3.
Yeah, and I have a lot of attention because I have 4. So that's what I'm assuming it is because it works out for the people that are in it.
I think from a convenience point of view, yes. I'm not going to speak
But
on
it's both ways. You have to remember,
Mm.
as we said before, a man with Kobe money can do this comfortably.
Mhm.
So really,
the man tried doing it, it didn't work out. The
No,
man's
but-
career almost got ruined.
No, but that wasn't polygamy. That was cheating, actually. But Kobe, that was cheating.
He didn't try to have a second wife. He had a mistress.
He was on the road to having a second wife, and his first wife caught on. He's like, nah, I'm not
But
gonna
that's why I
try.
mentioned it earlier. If you're not, you
It has to be
can't
a two-way
exactly. It's
The wife
almost.
has to be with it.
it's almost
Open
like-
relationship.
Thank you, because you have to be honest with this thing. You cannot say you're a polygamist and your wife doesn't know about your other
Secret
wife.
life, yeah.
Yeah, like you have another family in Africa hiding out, and she doesn't speak the language, so you're just at home talking like
Oh
this.
yeah, it's my cousin. It's my
Okay,
cousin.
so for example, like a basketball player, Lou Williams, he had 2 girlfriends. Both of them knew each other. They did like regular things together, and it was okay. That's not okay, Kingsley?
When you bring this up, I think of R. Kelly.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
How is that the same thing?
Hold on.
What?
The man has multiple women, right, in his life. He essentially is dividing his attention to, and the world doesn't understand it, so they're going mad.
They're underage.
No, they.
No, I'm
Yeah, it
talking about
goes
the
deeper
ones
than
are
that.
It's like, what?
Okay, I use the bad example.
Yeah, R. Kelly goes so
Yo.
much deeper. That's like a
This
4th
guy.
topic.
I just wanted to talk about how much of an R. Kelly is a scumbag, but
But how do you feel about this?
Okay, so I never thought about it from a financial standpoint. I only thought about it from an emotional standpoint. And that's going back to you talking about like animalistic nature and stuff like that. I feel like humans are such emotional creatures compared to every other creature on earth. So for me personally, I'm on the monogamous side of the fence. Yeah, because if I have that image of my partner with somebody else, I would get heated. Like it would be A-rap. Yeah, Aries season. So I'm more thought of it from an emotional standpoint. Also, for me, it's just like, it just depends on certain people. I'm sure there's people in polygamous relationships who make it work better than people that are in monogamous relationships, you know? So as long as there's like an understanding there, I think that's what it is. But I noticed you guys only talked about having several women.
So how about?
Yeah, what if like I
Oh,
wanted several men? Like, it's just like, would that be okay? I would have to support them?
But it depends. It
Well,
depends.
not money, not
Because
money.
listen to this.
It's not a
listen
money
to this,
thing.
Listen to this. We were speaking of, like, let's put the gender aside. We're speaking of a role of being a supporter, securing everybody, making everybody feel safe in their home.
So I'm saying, say I'm at dinner with my 3 boyfriends or my 3 husbands.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Like,
No.
If I'm going
No.
with my three women, listen, from what I get about polygamy, like you have a husband that's going to work, he's putting it in the bag. We're talking Kobe right now.
Yeah.
Kobe money.
Yeah.
His wife doesn't have Kobe money.
Yeah.
He has Kobe money.
Yeah.
So if he's taking them out to dinner, who do you think's paying?
And you're saying reverse style, okay, the woman has to do this.
But maybe she's supporting in other ways, though.
Yeah.
If you're supporting in what way?
emotionally.
Physically.
Yeah,
So
right?
now 4 wives is gonna have like this and support them non-emotionally, just financially. Like I'm just talking about the role itself. I'm not talking
Okay,
about-
but say I pay for the dinner, then what?
So, yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like as long as
All
they're-
4 of us are gonna sleep in the
man
same
are
bed?
watching the youths and they just go to, like,
All 4 of us are gonna sleep in the same. Me and my 3 boyfriends are gonna sleep in the same bed.
besides that,
It's different,
different
or different houses, or different.
No,
So
but I
you're
think-
saying it's status then? Only rich people could be in polygamous
But
relationships?
you have to be able to support. So I mean, if you can support 4 wives on 100,000,
I don't think those go hand in hand.
No, but I think
Polygamy and financial support, I don't think that necessarily goes hand in
No,
hand.
but I think you have to look at it from a different perspective. Like from a woman's perspective, it's probably the support I feel would be a different type of support if that was to happen, right? And there is a lot of guys I feel today are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
no,
being
not
taken
even,
care of?
not being taken care of, but they're cool with knowing that they're like their boyfriend number 2. There's a lot of guys cool, boyfriend number 2, 3, 4. They're okay with that. As you said, going to dinner with all of them, they will probably split the bill among themselves to cover you. Like they are cool with that, right? So I think it's
I might be down for polygamy. Say what?
I'm gonna throw a hypothetical here, and just because you're the female here, if you had a husband and he was with you for let's say 10 years, you guys are in a loving relationship,
Okay.
and he came to you and said, "Babe, I've been thinking, and I've met this girl."
done the talk.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not even. It's, yeah.
Okay, I guess I got my answer. No, sir.
No. Let's finish the story. He comes to me and then says what?
He says, "Babe, I really love you. I feel like I have so much more love to give, and I would like to include Stacy into our relationship."
Okay. I'd be like, so who's Stacy? How long you known her? How long you been seeing her? I'd be like, why don't you give that love to me? Why don't you give all that extra love to me? All this extra love and I'm not getting it. No. I just would be so jealous. I already know. I would be so upset. I'd be so jealous. I'd be like, I would feel insecure, you know? But
Especially the fact you know Stacy. The fact that you know Stacy,
Yeah,
you
I'm
want to
like,
bring
who's
Stacy.
Stacy?
You already have the prospect.
you got a crush on her?
The
screening.
But that's also
Thought about
not
it for
knowing.
months.
That's leaving somebody in the dark until like you want
Until
to.
later,
Yeah,
yeah.
it doesn't make sense. At least if they knew
So
before,
wait,
then
if
it
you
wouldn't
both
be.
met Stacey at the same time, is it a different situation or is it the same?
I mean, I would have to have that connection with Stacey too, probably. You know, like I don't know. Like, would she also be my partner, or would she just be his partner?
Yeah.
She's his sister.
Oh, she can't live in my house.
Okay, so everybody's on the monogamy side.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I think our last conversation was pretty interesting. So like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us which side of the fence you sit on. Pronounce those words for me because I can't do it.
Which word?
Polygamy.
Monogamy and polygamy.
Let us know what side of the fence you're on. As we do with every episode, we do a giveaway gift card to Joey's, the licensed guy's favorite restaurant. And if you leave a really good comment, he might take you out. You never know.
Or he might meet you there.
Wow.
So like,
All of these guys.
so like, comment, and subscribe. We'd like to thank Killer Kells for joining us on this episode.
Thanks for
And if
having
you really
me.
like it, who knows how many times you might show up.
Yeah.
Just to check it.